Hey, how's it going, you crispy crustle? Today we're playing some games with the Coalossal Sandaconda deck. And actually, this is definitely one of my favorite decks that I've played with so far with the release of Rebel Clash. It's just a ton of fun using this guy's ability. All the options and kind of things you can build around with it is insane and super cool. And yeah, huge fan of this Sandaconda Coalossal deck. It's just a ton of fun. It's obviously very similar to Vika Vault, the one that was played with Vika Bulu, or with Bulu, Tapu Bulu, Vika Bulu. Very similar to that, except it's better because the energy comes out of the discard pile as opposed to the deck, which is just overall stronger. And yeah, that's kind of all I have to say on the deck. It's a ton of fun. Revolves around Sandaconda being our main attacker, and we keep fueling him up with the Coalossals. Let's go ahead, let's get into some games. Okay, we won the coin flip here in this first one. We will be going first. That hand's not very good. Let's go ahead and shuffle that back into the deck. One change I've kind of feel like, I mean, most people are just kind of making with decks these days, and maybe should happen to this one as well, as the Cynthias should maybe be cut for Marnies. We're not doing that here right now. Playing a little bit more aggressive. Oh, this hand is actually pretty good. As I was like, I'm not sure about this hand, but this hand is actually pretty insanely good. We got two Rolycoly, and then we can quick ball, get Dedenne change, see a whole new 6 cards this turn, and see where to go from there. There's an Entei. Entei's usually pretty good, so I want to keep the Entei around here. I could bench Rolycoly and Entei, attach a fighting to the active because there's really no reason not to, and then Dedenne change and look for the candy. We got the Coalossal. That's the turn 2 attack. Awesome. And yeah, pass over to our opponent. We got the turn 2 attack set up. That's looking great. Now we have to see what the heck our opponent's playing. We see a Jirachi, and they have a Fire and Psychic deck box, but that's really all we know about our opponent's deck so far. Maybe Baby Blounds, like the Blacephalon, Oricorio, Jirachi makes sense to me. Big Blacephalon, Naganadel, but that doesn't work with Jirachi. Here's a quick ball. There's a Fire Energy. I'm going to go ahead and guess Baby Blounds. We do play 2 Reset Stamp. There is 1 in our hand here currently, so we're definitely going to try and abuse those as much as we possibly can in this one. We definitely don't want to lose this hand, although Dedenne change is currently the only way for us to get cards. But I don't really want a Dedenne change if it means, oh, wait, that's a Mewtwo. That's different. I wasn't expecting that at all with what we had seen up to this point, but it looks like it is a Mewtwo deck. That'll be fine. I think that should be a fine matchup. We don't quite one-shot Mewtwo, but we can one-shot a Mewtwo with the Stadium plus a Diancie, but only while we're behind on prize cards. So we could 2-shot the first Mewtwo maybe, and then 1-shot the next one or something like that. Or we could look to go, you know, knock out this Jirachi, knock out a Mewtwo, and then knock out a Dedenne, which I'm sure will make its way into play on our opponent's field at some point. They're just kind of likely to put a Dedenne in play, so that'll work fine as well. We'll just kind of have to wait and see what our opponent's playing. The Reset Stamp's less important now that we know what our opponent's playing, so we're definitely probably going to Dedenne change here this turn. Ideally, we top deck a Research or a just any kind of Stadium or any kind of supporter, really. I'd rather play that's perfect. I'd rather play a draw supporter right here, right now, than a Dedenne change. I'd rather draw supporter instead of Dedenne. Oh my gosh, another one. That's insane. Yeah, wow. Sheesh. A lot of energy to work with. All right, we're gonna quick ball away this energy. I guess we should grab ourselves the... We do have Cramorant in this deck as well. I don't play Great Catcher. Instead, I play the Cramorant, so we can just snipe the Dedennes towards the end of games. We might fall behind in the prize exchange here, actually. I'm gonna grab the Dedenne. Well, we won't be able to use Dedenne and Diancie and what's it called? So we can't actually one-shot a Mewtwo. I don't want to put the Dedenne in play if we don't have to. We could just go for another Sandaconda. That seems fine. Just gonna go ahead and grab this guy here, yeah. And then let's get some energy into play. Fire energy should go here, fighting here. Attach a fighting here, use this one as well, fighting here. And then just, yeah, Sand Breath 220, knock out this Jirachi. And then we're gonna look to 2-shot this Mewtwo, I think. I think that's gonna be the game plan. We did top deck the Martial Arts Dojo. So actually, if they knock this guy out, and we top deck away to get Diancie, we could Boss's Order, knock out this Mewtwo, and then maybe just Cramorant as a Dedenne. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Dedenne will make its way into play. It hasn't yet, and I guess it doesn't have to for sure, but Mewtwo usually ends up with the Dedenne in play at some point. It's most likely going to happen. It's just kind of a question of when more so than if it will or not. So we'll see here, though. 2 Mewtwo's out. We have 5 prize cards left. Definitely taking out one of those. Then we're looking for a Dedenne. And then that'll be game if we can do that before our opponent draws their 6 prize cards. I don't even know if they can knock out our Sandaconda this turn. They also to switch and pass. Okay, that's fine with me. Fighting here and fighting here. I could Boss's Order this one up and pressure that one. I think I'm going to do that here. Pressure the one with the energy. Then yeah, Sand Breath, knockout, not knockout, hit it for 220, not quite a knockout, not knocking out, and just chill. Yeah, just punch it really hard, sounds good to me. Not a whole lot they can do. Yeah, turn 2 double Coalossal is just, that's pretty ridiculous. Ideally, we do want to get 2 in play at some point, but getting it as soon as turn 2, as soon as we possibly can get it, is pretty good. It's pretty freaking good. Yeah, we're in a really good spot. They didn't even attack last turn. They can outrage knock us out here with this Mewtwo, but then we'll be able to clean it up with this Entei here, so that's great. If they knock out our active here, we will be in a spot where we could actually Sandaconda one-shot this Mewtwo because it doesn't have the big charm. So they would be up on the prize exchange if we get, what would we need? We get hard retreat, so we have all the energy we would need. We would just need a way to get the Diancie. We have 2 quick ball, 4 communication left. We got researches, we got Cynthia's in there, we got a lot of stuff in our deck, so a lot of ways that we could possibly find that dude, that Diancie. So I'm not even too worried about potentially finding that. There's a hard retreat to a Jirachi though, so our opponent's in a super slow spot. It looks like here just comes a Stellar Wish. They might have a switch to, but they would have switched in Jirachi if they had a switch actually. Yeah, they're probably just gonna play it slow again. I think it's going to definitely set them way too far behind. We'll see if they got something else to work with here. There's a Cherish Ball that can get them the Dedenne that I've been talking about. I've been hyping up this Dedenne coming into play. Let's see if it finally happens. Maybe they're going to Turbo Strike. They can get that. They have no attackers in the discard pile yet, so it's been a super slow game. But yeah, there's that Dedenne change. There's a couple attackers. Who'd they get? They got the Incineroar. Ooh, he's going to be able to one-shot us, but we don't really care. We're with 2 prize cards. It's not a big deal to us. There's another big charm to the other Mewtwo. There's the Magcargo GX into the discard pile as well. Sure, why not? It doesn't seem like that big of a deal though. I'm not worried about it yet at all, or anything at all yet. We'll see. This guy can attack with nothing. Never mind. This Mewtwo just can't attack. This one, I think they still have an energy attachment available. This one they could use nothing. They could put an energy on this one and use Magcargo for 200 damage. Yeah, they're not in a great spot here. There's the Charizard. Okay, they can outrage now with this guy. I don't think they have attached to him yet. Here comes a quick ball. Goodbye, Charizard. Yeah, outrage would knock us out, but I'm fine with that trade-off. Being able to knock out this guy. Nope, no, nothing. All right, back to over to us. We got the research top deck, and we have a martial arts dojo. I almost don't even want to knock out Jirachi this turn because it doesn't do anything for our prize trade. So we could just go dojo, Sandaconda, research, or we could just Sand Eater, and do 30 damage. Like knocking out the Jirachi doesn't do anything if they don't put another 1 prize Pokemon in play, which they don't have to do. So I feel like just not taking that knockout isn't worth anything. So we could just go Tar Generator. I guess if I don't knock this out, they have access to Jirachi for the rest of the game, so maybe I should. But being able to one-shot, actually we can't one-shot this Mewtwo anymore because it has the big charm. All right, maybe we should just go all out then. Bench the Sandaconda, dojo, research. But then I shouldn't have used my energy accelerations yet. And I feel bad about doing that. Yeah, let's just go all out then. Yeah, I kind of overthought that one. I forgot about this guy's big charm there. Let's go all out, see what we can get. There's the Cram for later. Got an energy. Don't want to use it. All right, Sand Breath. Knock out a Jirachi. I guess this means they won't be having another Jirachi to work with for the rest of the game, which is still pretty good. Like, can't complain too much about that. Got some communications here. Got a quick ball. Definitely attacking again on the next turn. Ideally going to try and close out this game in 2 turns. We got the boss's orders in hand, so we can boss's orders, knock out this guy, and then look to Cramorant, knock out Dedenne or Eldegoss for the what's it called, and knock this out. Eldegoss for the boss's orders, knock this out. So we can like send up Entei here, boss's orders this guy, and then maybe even bench the Cramorant to kind of force our opponent to have to find their boss's orders themselves and take this knockout. I think that'll probably be best. So yeah, that's going to be our game plan. We're going to send up the Entei after they knock out the Sandaconda. Finally, they should get the knockout. Well, actually, they only have 2 Welder. They only have 1 Welder left, so maybe not. They got the Eldegoss, though. They have 4 Quick Ball left, so... Oh, only 2 Quick Ball left. Never mind. I still have faith that this guy is going to get knocked out this turn, though. I have faith in our opponent to be able to pull off this knockout on our Sandaconda. All right. Boom. There's an energy. Comes a switch to the Dedenne just in case they whiff, and another Dedenne change coming in. We could actually just go knock out Dedenne to play around Reset Stamp if we wanted to. But then we wouldn't be able to have the Entei in the active. And actually, they're out of Reset Stamp. So actually, this one should just be wrapped up. I didn't even notice they were out of Reset Stamp. They gave us Hearth as well, which we can utilize, which is great. We can use a Hearth, probably get rid of one of these comms, get the Fire Energy into our hand, Quick Ball away of Fire Energy, get some, be able to Energy Accelerate a little bit more efficiently out of the discard pile, because we're kind of missing a energy each time we only use these guys for a fighting. We could be getting Fire and Fighting. And yeah, let's see. They don't have a welder yet, it looks like. They could... I'm drawing a blank. They hit us with a Crushing Punch for 130. Something. Something's usually better than nothing. Not always, though. Sometimes it's better to just do nothing. They're taking their time. What do they got? I would assume they don't have a knockout here if they're taking this much time. Contemplating the concede. It's... what do they got? Boss's Orders. Alright, they haven't used the Gust effect yet. They can knock out my Dedenne. Trapping him in the active is not going to happen, though. Alright, retreat to a Mewtwo. And it looks like they're going to probably be using the Macargo's attack then. Or they could Double Blaze, actually. And that's actually pretty good. The Double Blaze attack, I like that from my opponent, actually. That's like the correct play to make for sure. Alright, so they're out of Stamp, so I'm not going to play around Hand Disruption anymore. Most Mewtwo decks only play 2 Stamp. Almost 100% of the time, so... I'm going to go knock out that other Mewtwo. Plenty of 2 fighting in there, so we don't want any more fighting. We need to get rid of one of these comms, grab the double fire, quick ball away of fire, so that way we can accelerate better with these dudes here. Grab a... what gives us the most options? Immediately, nothing is ridiculously good. Let's just grab the Eldegoss. Pretty cool. And Cramorant. Don't need to bench him. Star Generator. Put 2 there. Sure, why not bench Cramorant? Sure, why not? Attach to Cramorant and rally back, knock out the Mewtwo, down to 1 prize card, have a 1 prize Pokemon era active, have multiple ways in the hand to take our final knockout here on a Dedenne. Can't one-shot this Mewtwo because of the big charm, but that's not going to be a problem. I don't think we should be able to get over this guy. There's a Jirachi in play now. I don't see a way for our opponent to win the game because the Reset Stamps are gone. If the Reset Stamps weren't gone, they could potentially like Boss's Orders up my Cramorant and then Reset Stamp me. But you can't do that if you don't have Reset Stamps. And 2 Boss's Orders in this card pile is also going to be tough. They could still have like an Eldegoss, but they just used Research, so this one should be just pretty much wrapped up. We're just waiting for our opponent to basically concede at this point, because there's nothing they should be able to do. The Sandaconda is going to walk away with the dub here in this one. And there it is. There's the dub. Alright, we're into another one. This opening hand is not anything ridiculous. Open the Dedenne. Only draw support in hand is another. They opened Dedenne. Alright, everyone's opened Dedenne. We're going to lose a lot of draw supporters here, but I want that turn 2 attack. Ooh, the turn 2 setup. Not getting it here. And pass over to our opponent. Alright, we got double Candy, double Coalossal, no Rolycoly. So we're gonna whiff that turn 2 attack here for sure, almost certainly. Yeah, we can't attack turn 2. If they put a Thunder Mountain in play, we could have like. And we're up against another Mewtwo box deck. All right, there is the Galio into the discard pile. The Giant Hearth. Here comes a Pokegear. There's a Bill's Analysis. Whoa, this is a throwback list with the Bill's Analysis. I have not seen that in a Mewtwo deck in a long time. It's been a long time since I've seen the Bill's Analysis in a Mewtwo deck. All right, the Bill's Analysis. Let's see how it does. Let's see how it goes for them. I wonder if they're still rocking the custom catchers as well. So yeah, our opening hand, like I said, not ridiculously good. We're already down 4 draw supporters, so not great. There's a Mars Shadow, the resetting whole Mars Shadow as well. I haven't seen that one in a while either in the Mewtwo build. And it looks like they're having a little bit of a rough go of it as well. So I guess all is fair in this one. We did top deck a Quick Ball. I'm going to give up a Coalossal here. I guess I could have actually... No, because I maybe want to attach an energy with the Hearth, actually. I could have Hearthed that away, I guess. This is still fine. Whoa, alright. Sand guy down. Going to go ahead and Hearth away a Fire. So we have Fires and Fightings in the discard pile. Grab a Fire, attach a Fighting. We are going to retreat and Sand Eater, only for 60 damage, but now we get a Fighting, so we can actually use Sand Breath on our next turn. So now we can actually turn 2 attack here, which is what we want to ideally do. from turn 1 on, we'll take the turn 2 into turn 3, turn 2 into turn 3, the second attack. I don't know what I'm trying to say. We're attacking next turn, basically. And hopefully it's enough, because also, yeah, like I said, our opponent not drawing super well. So this is the game of not drawing super well so far between me and my opponent. Neither of us is doing particularly well so far. Hopefully we can stick it out a little bit better than our opponent from here on out, though. Got the Dedenne. No Mewtwo developed yet. We do know they have a Welder, Hearth stuck in play, so they are going to be able to hit us. I don't think they can one-shot us this turn, so this Sandaconda is just going to live no matter what our opponent does. So we're living off the top deck from here, though. Yeah, we don't need to have anything else set up besides what we have set up here currently, though. Like, this will do for now. We don't need any more than this. This is enough to, like, initially work with just the Sandaconda, and then go from there. For that turn, and then if we don't top deck this turn, we need to top deck on the following turn. That's the turn we need to top deck. We don't need to top deck this coming up turn. We need to top deck the turn after. Yeah, here they come. They can't double blaze for a knockout, so I feel like it has to be an outrage for 30, which is super weak, but it's really all they can do, so you can't really blame them for that. Yep, outrage for 30. There it is. They can flare strike or double blaze next turn. Gives them something to do. There's a research. Okay, here we go. Gonna attach a fire. Play the research. Do we see that rare candy and another one? We do. We do have to get rid of this guy, but that's fine. Get rid of the Sandaconda. Get this dude. Gotta candy him out. I will replace the stadium as well because I don't want my opponent to have access to the giant hearth. And then we are going to tar generator. I'm gonna put one here. I'm actually gonna put one on the active because I still want the option of being able to attack with this guy for 1 energy next turn, just in case they like knock out my Coalossal somehow. I still want to be able to attack with this guy just by going attack next turn. Rather have that option than not. We only have 1 Coalossal left. We do want to set up another one. We do have a draw supporter, so it's looking okay for us. Let's see what our opponent has this turn. We'll most likely be able to knock out this Charizard next turn, and then hopefully the turn after just one-shot this Mewtwo with the combo of one-shot the Mewtwo with the combo of a Martial Arts Dojo plus a Diancie, one-shot a Mewtwo. We'll see. Here's an outrage. Goodbye, Sandaconda. We need an attacker. We're short an attacker, but any attacker will do. Entei would be nice. Another Rolycoly to the bench to set up a Coalossal on the following turn would be great as well. There's the Rolycoly. Not going to reset stamp our opponent because they've been drawing extremely awkwardly up to this point, so we're just gonna leave it that way. Oof. What do we want to attack with this turn? We could attack with the Entei. We could attack with a Sandaconda, though. I don't want to quick ball because I don't want to start to run out of energy, which is definitely gonna have. We have to keep the energy around, so I think I have to go calm away Coalossal. We have Eldegoss in here as well. We could attack with Sandaconda. But they could knock it out next turn, and then we wouldn't for sure be able to knock that out on the following turn. So we should give ourselves more time by attacking with Entei, I feel like here. Yeah, this gives us a little bit more potential time to work with. So Entei comes down. Tar generator, these two. And I guess I should, well, I do play air balloons as well. I don't think I'm gonna attach any, well, I want to be able to retreat to Dedenne. All right, we're attaching. All right, rally back, knock them out. That's why it's nice to have this 1 prize option. It'll offset our opponent's prize trade and hopefully give us an advantage. There's that air balloon I was talking about. There's a Shuckle. That's going to be useless. Pretty much everything we got there was actually pretty useless. Air balloon is okay, but we already attached an energy here. We got an energy. Shuckle at this point is one of the most useless things we can have. Who knows? Maybe they'll whiff the knockout on the Entei. They can only use something like Turbo Strike. They actually don't knock out Entei, which is actually pretty funny. And then we can hit him with that fire main for 100 damage, setting up the knockout in the future for actually we're 10 damage off from Cramorant being able to close it out, but future knockout for the actually if we put the Martial Arts Dojo in play, we can hit it for 110 and then Cramorant can knock it out in the next turn. Ooh, and that's just kind of our line of play we could set up to just win the game basically. There's a double custom though. All right, they're going after the Rolycoly here. I thought they were going to be able to get our Coalossal. I was like, no, not the Coalossal, anything but that. Coalossal sticking around. We're good. There's a treasure. Yeah, this is a throwback list if I've ever seen one. It looks exactly like it's Henry Brand's list from Worlds that he used to win the World Championships. All right, Rolycoly's going down. We know we're afraid of custom catchers, and they can snipe with Naganadel. So we need to set up attackers around that. We need to make sure we can attack with stuff. So we're gonna probably just like hit this thing for 110. Actually, we can rally back, so we can actually do 130. And then we should grab Cramorant, I think, and just put him on the bench and set up energy on him. We could also use the what's it called, the Eldegoss, to use probably a Cynthia. Could also go for just the research, but I think the Cynthia would be a little bit better. But we could just grab Cramorant, put that in play, but then they have to focus the Cramorant, and they definitely will. They would need their last 2 custom catchers though. It's probably pretty unlikely for them to have, so I don't mind actually going for that line of play there. They can also Naganadel snipe right now. I just realized. Can Naganadel snipe my Coalossal, and we'd have to go. Then we'd have to commit to the. Yeah, there's the Venom Shot. We do have the Air Balloon to move this guy. Oh, they went after my Entei though. All right, I'm fine with that. Yeah, Entei. It's okay if they go after Entei. I'm okay with them going after Entei. That's not as big of a deal. All right. Down a couple energy. Got the Air Balloon to move our active. That. Get rid of the Shuckle. We don't want Shuckle. There's a Diancie. I don't think that does a ton for us. All right, Air Balloon. Can they actually even welder again next turn? They have 1 welder left. Not a ton of energy left as well. All right, Air Balloon. Martial Arts Dojo. Quick Ball away. Shuckle. What do we have in here? Could just go ahead and Sand Breath for damage, and then we could actually even Ram for the knockout, I think, on the following turn. Yeah, we could Ram knock this thing out next turn. So I think we just go for the Sandaconda here. Just hit it as hard as we possibly can, and then Ram would actually be able to clean it up if it gets to that point. So that's fine with me. The Rams are man with this Rolycoly here. And then otherwise, I don't think they'll be able to knock this out. I don't think they can set anything else up next turn to knock this out. So they're kind of stuck here, I feel like. I guess they could GX attack with Mewtwo, but that also wouldn't knock out our Sandaconda. So they have to have like double custom catcher, GX attack, like Dedenne or this guy heal themselves. But then they would actually go down to the point where 270 damage knocks them out. So they have to knock out my Diancie or replace my Stadium. And heal themselves with the GX attack and find their last welder. So they need a lot. There's a lot of things they need, but they actually could pull it off here. Yeah, this is just straight up Henry Brand's list from Worlds. There's even the Cobalion in it. All right, the last welder. The only thing they have left for energy then is, I believe, 1 psychic and a energy retrieval. I believe is the only outs they have left to energy. It's two energy outs. Viridian Forest, I guess, is another way to get the psychic energy. Hearth can't get the medals anything anymore. But yeah, they do have the energy retrieval in the deck. Actually, if it's exactly Henry Brand's list, I believe it's a fire crystal actually. Yeah, we'll see what they do here. But yeah, they can go. Ideally, they go bring up Diancie, GX attack it. Will actually be in trouble then. And then actually, I think they just win. Can't recover Diancie. I don't know. We could have not played Diancie, hit them for. Well, was it? They'd be at 230. And then Rolycoly would do only 30 damage if they replace the Stadium. So I think it was still best to just put Diancie down. They have to see that line of play and get that line of play, which is a lot, I think, it's a lot to have. And then they also have to see that line of play. So I'm still feeling really good about the situation. I don't think they're gonna have it this time. There's an attachment. If they just GX attack here, we just hit them again, and then we're in the same position. So we don't care if they just GX attack our active, unless it somehow knocks us out. But it's doing 200 damage. That's not a knockout. We clearly see that doesn't knock us out. So. We should be good. Should be good on that front. They're probably going to GX, and we'll be like, all right, that's cool. And then we're going to go Sand Breath again. Maybe. What do they got? Do they have the double customs? Double custom KR Diancie. That would do it. That would do it. Double custom knockout this guy is also pretty good. But we could draw into another Candy Coalossal off a good top deck. And then we'll be right back in it with the one-shot potentially. Yeah, it's a Miraculous Duo. But like I said, this doesn't really do anything because we just kind of repeat here. And we put them in the exact same spot they were in before. Sand Breath. 250. Pass it back over to them. Still 3 prize cards left. I don't think they can draw 3 prize cards in one turn. They do play the Espeon Deoxys, but you can't use this GX attack if you just GX attacked with your other GX attack on the Mewtwo. So it stalls them from not losing specifically this turn, but I don't think it actually saves them and puts them in a spot where they can win the game. Once again, gonna knock them out with Ram with the Rolycoly. There's the Turbo Strike knockout. Maybe they think we can't attack for sure next turn. But I think they forgot about my dude, Rolycoly here. We're going to go ahead and use a Ram for 70 damage with the Martial Arts Dojo and Diancie, and we're going to take this dub over our opponent's very dated Mewtwo deck here, and get another dub with the Sandaconda. Like I said, one of my favorite decks to play with. This ability is just so insanely good. Ton of fun to play with. Check it out. I know you guys will love it too. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.